This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
I know I was supposed to be making this intro, but it's been a really hard day, and I don't really exactly want to talk about it. And the person who made it a really hard day for me, they know who they are. And some people, they just like to stab you in the back, you know? And there's just nothing you can do about those types of people. They're just negative. They just bring you down, and I'm just going to separate myself from those types of people. Facebook rant over.
Do you need a hug? Are you okay?
I need a
heart face emoji.
Wow face. Wow.
thanks.
Welcome to Baconsale. I am Joel.
I'm Kent.
And Jacob.
And thank you for listening to Baconsale. And thank you for listening to our love songs. Hopefully you remember that February 14th was Valentine's Day this year.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully you recognize the songs that we played, because I got in trouble for one of the songs I didn't recognize.
Deservedly so.
So
for one of them, I feel like all of them.
Well, we got heat for not knowing a bunch of Plain White T's songs, which I was like, okay.
As well you should.
We'll save that for our 2001 Hit Wonder show.
We'll save that for our
wonder.
We'll save that
they
for
had
our,
a big presence, guys.
Jacob, we'll save that for our Plain White T's bacon bit, because that's all we're going to be able to talk about.
Maybe Pagan bit at best.
Maybe.
You guys didn't know Death Cab for Cutie either.
Well, I didn't know. I knew.
No, I knew Death Cab for Cutie. I just
I Will
think
Possess
you're
Your
like,
Heart?
I think they're Modest Mouse.
No, we didn't know the songs. You're like, hold on, wait.
Modest Mouse is really good too.
Hold on, wait.
Same band.
Hold on.
They are not
hold
the
on,
same
wait.
band.
Pretty much.
Hold on, wait.
You guys
Okay,
are just compensating.
That's what you were doing the whole time you were trying to play that
Hold on,
song.
wait. Oh, that was a lot of that. Yeah.
And I was like, I
but
don't know the
the
song.
listener didn't know that.
Yeah, I edited that out of the show. There was 4 minutes of Jake being like, this song's really creepy. You guys
Hold
are
on.
really going to like this
Hold
song.
on, wait. Hold on,
Hey,
wait.
now that you guys have had a chance to listen, did you like that song though?
I knew that song from
I knew
way
that
before.
song.
Don't pretend.
Yeah, I'm
Will
not a big
Possess Your
You
Heart?
guys had no idea
I'm
what
not a
was
big
going
fan
on.
of the band. I
Listen-
don't care for Modest Mouse.
That's Death Cab for
That's
Cutie. And Modest Mouse is really good too.
They're not.
They
But
are.
no, there
So
was
you
one
had
song in
trouble,
particular
Joel.
where I didn't recognize the song, and then once you said what it was, which it was Weezer, Across the Sea.
Yeah, from
And-
Pinkerton.
From Pinkerton or whatever. And,
Or whatever?
When I got that, my little brother is a huge Weezer fan.
Yeah, he's a ride or die.
And so
for
I
sure.
said, he's Matt Damon. And what I said was, okay, Mike, when you listen to this, just text me. All you have to do is text me, you suck, and I'll know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He totally did. But then in addition to that, he wrote on Twitter, when Baconsale began, Joel had 100 brother points. Ken had 5 because he was bonus points for being a 1019 movie critic.
Okay, yeah.
And then he said, Joe is now down to 63 and Kent is at 51. Yeah. Tread lightly, Joe. Hashtag I may be getting a new brother soon. Hashtag I can be bribed with movie screenings.
Mikey, you can pick the movie you want to see because I'm going to Hilton Day
No, you're not.
by 2020. This is my goal. I know it's not going to happen this year.
Not this year, but
because I
next.
talked to your mom and she full on said no.
Yeah.
But 2020.
She shut
Do
you
you think
down
my brothers will go
hard.
against the matriarch?
I think I'll take her to a movie screening and then she'll bring me to
She doesn't
Hilton
want to
Day
go.
next
She doesn't
year.
like movie screenings.
What? I'll buy her popcorn.
No.
What?
You'll find
Don't
something.
take my mom on a date.
Junior Mints.
Please?
No.
Kent's
Junior
available.
mints and popcorn. I'll put the junior mints in the popcorn.
See?
She'll love it.
Have you
She
guys
will.
actually ever tried that? I remember
yeah, with
that-
M&Ms.
I've tried that.
Is
Yeah.
it good?
It's better with M&Ms. Actually.
Yeah, it's better with M&Ms.
Yeah,
I imagine so.
No, like
Welcome to our candy hybrid show.
peanut M&Ms in the popcorn is
Guys, we
seriously
already did
good.
our movie theater etiquette show. In fact, that was episode 91.
I'm just
Yes, it
still
was.
mad about Kent saying Modest Mouse isn't good.
I'm sorry.
Float On is really good.
But the starting of Float On is good. But anyway, what are we talking about today, Jacob?
Today, gentlemen, honestly, this feels very appropriate because we're all over the place, and we're going to be talking about the etiquette of social media tonight.
Yes, it's one of our classic etiquette shows.
We've
which
done these before.
I think are our favorites among our listener.
People do choice because a lot of these are everyone has an opinion on. Like not a lot of people have opinions on plain white teas, for example.
Right.
They do.
or even know who they are.
But it's interesting
But
because
Apparently, they do because they called you out.
Apparently
feel
one
like-
person does.
until
Your fan
we,
club.
until we speak about the manners at movies, for example, or dating, or in the restroom, people, it is like a zoo until they hear our episodes and they say, now that's what I meant to do.
Now there's order. Once
Yes.
we give our etiquette shows, there is order, and people respect the rules that we set forth.
The world was clipping its toenails in the office until they heard our voices.
Yes.
We changed
so
everything.
If you haven't listened to them, go back and listen to episode 72, our bathroom etiquette show, episode 91, our movie theater etiquette show, episodes 105 and 120, dating etiquette.
You can skip 120.
And then... oh, you're so
Dare to be the villain.
And then our office etiquette show is episode 154. So here we are, and we're talking about social media etiquette.
Yes, we are.
Now, let's just briefly, if we may.
Yeah.
What's your guys' social media history? I want to know what kind of social media user are you, and when did you start?
So I started Facebook right when it was getting big. In fact, I used my Utah State email, which no longer exists, to log in. In fact, I think I still do.
Have you Utah State login?
Yeah. With the same.
So where are the emails going that they send to you?
Who knows? Like, seriously, who knows? To Utah State somewhere. Huh. It's like cc.usu.edu. It's the weirdest thing. Anyways, so I started back in 2006. So that was right when it was starting to gain popularity.
That's right when it became public.
Yes.
2006.
And I remember I did it. I was dating a girl at the time. She's like, you should try this. I'm like, it seems a little trendy. And you guys know I hate trends.
You do.
But I did it. And I put up a selfie of me like grabbing my hair and trying to look all cool. Because I thought that was cool.
Grabbing your hair
I want to see this picture.
I will show you the picture. In fact, I didn't put it up when everyone did their 10-year pics because I didn't want to be
Well, now we got our episode image already.
Yeah, I'm going to Kent's Facebook page right now. Keep talking, Kent.
But then Twitter and Instagram, I jumped on pretty late in the game. Twitter for me is 2012.
That is pretty late.
And then Instagram was 2014. My first post ever. So Facebook, I've been like diehard Facebook and been there through all the updates and changes. And yeah, Facebook's the one I still use the most, but care about the least, I think. But we'll get into that.
Wait. You use it the most, but you care about it the least?
Yeah, after the research today.
Oh, wait. Is that a mission pic of yours? Look, there he is.
We don't need to look at it right now.
He's grabbing his hair.
That is awesome.
He looks like a missionary who can't find his umbrella.
So I'm pulling my own hair. I don't know why.
Where is it?
Where's the umbrella?
I don't know where it is, mate.
Why am I British?
That was Australian.
Oh, okay. Your Australian accent,
Yeah.
What about you, Jake? What's your history with social media?
For me, my personal history, social media, Facebook, about the same time as you. I think it was maybe 06 or so. 07's kind of when it hit big, I think. And then, I joined then. And also like you, I think it was 2005 and everyone started getting it. And I'm like, no. Dang it, I have to do this. Okay. And so I finally give in, have it. It's open from 2006 to 2009, and then it's been suspended since.
Your Facebook one.
My Facebook account.
Jake got banned. He was a little indecent back in the day.
If it was only something so exciting.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I found that it was too much of a draw for me, so I like to know how it works, and I stay up on it. But personally, I have long suspended that account, and I opened up a new one against my vows just for you guys, so we could have Facebook Messenger
with
conversations.
No picture. There's still a blank avatar.
I know, and Facebook's always mad at me. Please add a photo so people will know who you are. And I'm like, this isn't a real account, Facebook.
So this is strictly so you can talk to us.
Yep, that is it.
We've been on Facebook Messenger for years. And you've always had that blank avatar. I hate it.
Yeah. So it's not a real account. I have a real account. In fact, I accidentally activated it a couple of months ago, trying to log into my fake one.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And I was like, oh, look at this. This is weird. And so scrolled through for like a second. I'm like, no, turn off again.
Yeah.
Jacob's never on
So,
there.
and then I joined Twitter late as well because I put that off 2013 for me. And so, in fact, that was when I was working with you guys there. When I had to do that. And then I have successfully avoided Instagram for a personal account. And that's pretty much it.
Just like Jacob Roberts' Baconsale right now. Still no picture.
Yeah.
No, I did one just so I could
you have a picture on Twitter?
Manage. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually me when I've got the milk carton when I'm lost, and it's when we're in the snow globe.
From season 1.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Joel?
So I resisted for a long time, and I feel like that's kind of our generation's thing, was resisting social media, because we were like, we're fine without it. You see all these young kids using it.
We're the generation that had pagers and cell phones pretty late in the game. And so we've been fine without a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't need it.
So I remember a guy I worked with back in college. This has got to be like late 2006, early 2007. He had a Facebook account. He was always trying to tell me to get on it, and he was always on it at work. And then he left it one time, his computer open, and I was there, and I'm like, So I got on his account, and I changed his relationship status from in a relationship to it's complicated.
Oh, no.
That was it. Like, I was just like,
why?
Because, no big deal.
Sure.
Jokester Joel.
A little while later.
Ruining marriages.
Well, he was dating, but then the next day he came in and he was legitimately mad. Like, who changed my status? My girlfriend called me up, wanted to know what was up, and da-da-da. I remember thinking, if your girlfriend doesn't know that you're solid and she bases your relationship on a social media platform, you have issues, man.
I don't think so. I think that was like foretelling what social media would become.
Yeah, but
now everything is based off of what's posted.
That's the way that sort of thing is communicated.
It was just so bizarre. I remember just thinking it was so bizarre. So I resisted for the longest time. And then my wife was having conversations with my parents about events and things. and I wasn't part of it on Facebook. So I was like, okay. So I joined in 2008.
Okay. Really
So
late.
Yeah, you waited then.
I was like, I don't really want to be here, but I finally joined. Twitter, I didn't really get until I worked at Top 10 Reviews.
Right.
And they wanted us to kind of tweet about stuff. So that was 2010. And then I got talked into doing Instagram in 2014.
Okay.
So I've been on there for a while, but truthfully, I still use Facebook. Facebook and Twitter I use a lot. Instagram, not as much. But that seems to be where everyone's going.
Yes.
And we'll get to that. But I like Facebook for a lot of reasons, but at the same time, I'm mostly... I've said this before. There's two types of people on social media. There's stalkers and talkers.
Yes.
People who post all the time are talkers, and people who just kind of scroll and read and maybe comment on other people's or like other people's, that's stalkers. I'm the stalker type. I scroll a lot more than I actually post.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. And I think for everyone listening, like, define what you are right now. So the reason we've brought up these three platforms is because they're our focus during this show. In fact,
Yes.
we're going to talk about Instagram, Twitter, and then Facebook.
But before we get into that, because I want to bring this up because I thought this was interesting. I have some social media stats, general social media stats I'd like to share with you. So just for context,
Sure.
the worldwide population is 7.7 billion people
Today.
currently.
Okay.
The internet has 4.2 billion users. So just under half the world has internet.
Wow.
There are 3.4 billion active social media users.
What?
So out of the people who have internet, most people have a social media account.
Okay.
But not everyone in the world has a social media
Are they on like Friendster, High Five, or MySpace?
Friendster.
Yeah.
I remember Friendster.
Right?
So do you guys want to guess the top five
I
social
know.
media for most users?
Okay, Facebook number one.
No.
Okay, that's what you say?
Instagram.
You say Instagram?
Nah, Instagram's number two.
Okay, Instagram number two?
Oh, wait. Like total users or activity?
Total users.
Okay, yeah, it probably is Facebook.
Okay,
then.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Oh, no.
No,
YouTube, number one.
No, yeah, okay.
YouTube, number one. Then
Yeah,
Facebook.
YouTube is social media. WhatsApp is going to be the surprise in there.
No, come on.
It is. It
Okay,
is.
just tell us.
All right. No, let me get down here. Number 5, WhatsApp.
Wow.
900 million users.
It's
Sleeper
huge.
hit.
It's huge.
Number 4,
It's just not big in America for some reason.
Instagram. 1 billion users.
Okay.
Number 3, WeChat. It's a Chinese social media site.
Oh, I thought it was a Nintendo.
Love WeChat.
Yeah.
1.1 billion. Number 2, is YouTube, 1.5 billion. And number 1 with 2.8 billion users is Facebook.
So Twitter doesn't even have a billion.
Twitter's
No,
down at
Twitter's way low.
Twitter's down at 326 million.
That's it?
That's shameful.
Take that, Twitter.
It's below Reddit and LinkedIn and Weibo. So another
Weibo.
Chinese one.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of crazy to me to look at that and think how many people are actually on Facebook or at least have accounts. And I'll get into more about those statistics when we get to
I wonder
actual-
how many are real because there are so many bots.
I'll talk about that.
Okay,
I have
great.
that for the stats for that.
Good to know.
But let's start with Instagram.
Yes. And so what we're going to do is we are going to read off maybe some questions, suggestions for you to learn how to do this better because we're clearly the experts here.
And once we, that's the thing is we know you come to us for advice.
As you should.
And you need to know what's Baconsale-Approved and what's not Baconsale-Approved.
We're here to help you.
And so we're going to give some hard and fast rules that honestly, maybe I'm going to say something and these two will disagree with. I'm like, I think this needs to be put in place, and you guys will tell me.
You're wrong already.
Kent and I have talked about this, or
Yeah.
Jacob and I have talked about this, that Kent's rules are a little bit out there. He has a lot
And by out there,
of
you mean like I'm
rules.
stingy, right?
I just mean
You can be.
in our office etiquette show, you're like, no one should walk in the door or pull open the door using their left hand. It should only be right hand that they open the door.
so annoying.
And then Jacob and
Yeah.
I will go, no, man, that's not a rule.
Yeah.
So we have a little method to help us remember this. So when we present an official rule for Baconsale approval, we will either give it a like, we will give it a mute, or we will give it an unfriend, which essentially means we agree with it, we're iffy on it, or we don't agree.
Yes. Mute is we still want to be your friend, but we're just going to kind of silence it.
We're not going to really follow that rule all the time.
But at least you won't know that we're silencing your
Yeah.
voice.
yeah. So let's jump into this.
Let's do it.
So Instagram, like I said, 1 billion users.
Started in 2010.
Over 95 million photos are uploaded each day. Wow. And Instagram is primarily, if you don't use Instagram, because this could be an educational course as well, because people come to us for opinion, but also education.
Yeah, this is what we do.
Bacon sale.
We've been told this on iTunes reviews.
So many times.
Yes.
But it's primarily photo driven. It's all images. There's no real people do put captions on things, but it's secondary to the image. 90% of Instagram users are younger than 35.
I believe it.
This is not an old person platform.
Do you know why? Because old people are generally hideous and young people are a little more attractive. And this is all about the selfies.
Generally hideous.
I say that because I'm older than that age.
Pizza is the most popular Instagram food behind sushi and then steak. That's what people take pictures of.
Fun facts.
And the most liked picture on Instagram, do you guys know this one?
Yes, it's an egg.
It's an egg.
What?
It's
It
a
beat
picture of
Kylie
an egg.
Jenner.
It was a viral thing where they said, hey, how about this egg can beat a picture of Kylie Jenner's baby? And people totally went for it. And it's now the most liked picture on Instagram. It's just a brown egg.
So it's funny when Instagram started out, it was all about food pics, and you get like cool angles, and you put the retro filter on. And now I see more personal motivational stories. I feel like that's the trend. Like
Don't talk about stories.
We've gone. Oh, we'll get there. But we've gone through the quotes. We've gone through. Maybe it's like celebrities showing candid photos and whatnot. But there is still the glorification of self through Instagram.
Yeah.
I will say this is probably by far the most popular.
Totally. Like
Even though it has less members.
the younger generation seems to really like Instagram. Like
Right.
Facebook's for old people. Twitter's a cesspool. Instagram's where it's at. Insta. They call it Insta.
Not IG. I call it IG.
You call IG?
It's Insta.
It's Insta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the gram?
Speaking of
No.
Insta.
How do they
That'd be
cram
funny,
all that
though.
gram?
The gram? You've been on the gram? I should try saying that.
Yeah. You should say,
You haven't posted on the gram?
you're such an old.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to guess? So Instagram, the Instagram account is officially the most followed page.
Honestly, Instagram's so old and so connected with Facebook. I'm always surprised.
Well, Facebook
It's
owns
owned
it.
by it.
Well, I know,
it's
yeah.
the
same
And so
platform.
it's strange to me that it's retained its sort of like liveliness with.
But here's the thing, though.
Do you guys want to guess the most followed page that's not Instagram, the official Instagram account?
Justin Bieber. I don't know.
Justin Bieber? Jacob?
I don't know.
Cristiano Ronaldo with
Oh, really?
154 million. Ariana Grande is number 2.
Okay.
So
My life is better having known that.
Cristiano Ronaldo, he's a sports figure.
Is he?
Yes. He's Portuguese. He
Is it
plays
better?
soccer.
Is it
Yeah, now it's better.
But our lives are not
I just
better.
thought it was a little strange that
Hold on, let me
this
look around.
platform that is
No,
known
my
for
life's not better.
food and beautiful pictures.
Right.
I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo is a beautiful man, but really his account of all the other accounts?
I know. How strange.
He's a beautiful man, huh? Man Crush Show.
Yeah, keep him on there. Oh yeah, I did.
Oh,
I
yeah,
did
he
mention
came
my
up.
Man Crush.
But here's the thing. I think Instagram is so popular because it still has personality, and it still has your personality. And I mean like the general your. It is original post for the most part. There are ads on there and whatnot. There are companies.
There are memes.
Selling and so many memes.
Yeah.
But you can just scroll past them real quick, and it's not all the ads on the sidebar or whatnot. And also, this is a primarily mobile platform.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
can't really do it
that's
on
what it's
desktop.
for.
Yeah.
Because people, though, that's the thing is younger generations are not on desktops or laptops. They're just on their phones.
Right.
But this one, one of the things I don't like about Instagram is that when someone requests to follow you and they say, hey, do you want to follow them back? If their account is private, you can't see any of their pictures. And I'm like, well, if they requested me to follow me,
Yes.
I should be able to see their pictures.
Oh, no, Joel. They're making it so much easier for you because they're going to follow you, and you don't have to follow people that are set to private. You don't have to follow them back.
You have a policy about that.
I have a policy. So
Let's hear
I want my ratio on all of these pages, except for Facebook where you just
when he
friends with
says his
people.
ratio, he's saying he wants more followers than he's following.
That is what I mean. Exactly. And Instagram is so easy because people follow you, and I'll be like, oh, I'm going to check them out. It's someone I know, from a listener from a long time ago, and it's private. And I'm like, oh, well, then I'm not even going to request because I don't need to see your kids or even ask for permission to see your kids. That sounds so weird.
And maybe that is a little weird.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
repeat what you said, so I'm not going to be quoted for saying that.
Sure.
But you said that was
it.
pretty great.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is like with maybe it's just the movie critic person in me, but when someone recommends something, I want to be able to see for myself, like, okay, here's a sampler platter.
Right.
Yeah, okay, I'll follow that. But when they're private accounts, you can't do that. I don't know if I want to follow this person or
That's
not.
fine.
So
Isn't it?
I feel guilty.
So I want to know what you guys think is uncouth because Instagram
Uncouth.
is known for selfies quite a bit, whether it's
its uncouthness.
It's uncouth. But gym selfies, which I think should die.
Gym selfies.
Gym selfies.
GYM.
Yeah.
Not JIM.
Yes. Yeah, not Jim from The Office selfies.
Hey.
Or just...
I think we just found a new account. Gym selfies.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So how many selfies do you guys think are appropriate on Instagram? I'm thinking 1 out of 4 pictures should be could be a selfie,
I
not
get
should be a
so
selfie.
bored when it's just them. I like pictures of like things happening. So it's just them standing there in almost the same position every single shot.
But Joel, what if they like have a nice smolder and they're in different locations and they write a kind of funny caption?
Listen. This is a single person's app. Like that's really who it's for.
You think?
Who else?
No.
Who else wants to go on and just look at other people?
No. Instagram. You know what it's for, Jacob? It's for the influencers. It's those
influencers are all about single people. That's the young audience. That's who influencers are.
Talking to other moms. It's wives talking to other wives.
Well, there's some of that. There's a lot of that too. But
that's what it's about.
It's not what it's about.
I disagree. I'm going to go with Jake more on this one because it is the younger crowd. I think the majority are single, and so they're looking at vacations. They're looking at things they can spend their money on, and like you said, influencers because they're getting people that will spend money.
Yeah, well, and that's just it. Is like all these people are doing these ads,
and that's generally single people. You know that, Joel.
They have these amazing They have these amazing bleached white kitchens, and then on the bleached white countertop, they have a bleached white plate with like this beautiful strawberry on it. And they're
they're using bleach.
It's just everything's so very shiny and white in these houses that I'm like, you basically live in a hospital right now. But then there's like something on there. It's like, hey, I picked up this strawberry at Whole Foods. Hashtag. LFF thanks. Hashtag
Mother Earth.
Hashtag yeah. And so that's what people do, though.
All right, we need to start throwing some rules out here.
You're literally describing why I'm not on Instagram.
Guys,
personally,
I'm going to throw this at you, and I want to know if this is liked, muted, or unfriended.
Okay. All right.
Thou shalt not.
Oh, we're getting commandments here.
Like your own post.
Well, who does that? Is that a common thing on Instagram?
A lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, did you like this through a secondary account of yours? Because why does your name match the like on your own picture?
I will like button that rule because that's not cool. That's basic social media etiquette is you don't like your own post.
Do you need that one more like on your post to just get the ball rolling?
So here's the thing. I actually recommend liking your own post on YouTube videos. And I feel like that's okay because that kind of gets it rolling.
No one can see that.
But yeah, but on Instagram, no, or on Twitter, like hearting your own stuff.
And I'll say this: I feel like it is okay to like your business page as a personal profile.
Oh, totally. Like if I'll confess here, sometimes when I post this bacon sale, I'll like it as Joel because I'm like, I like this.
Totally fine.
Because other people will. This is on Facebook, but other people will see that I liked this.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I do like this. It's not just me,
But like if I put a smolder picture out there, a selfie, and then it's like, yeah, Kenny 3 double D, and it's, like my picture, and I liked my own picture, like that's so vain.
Tacky. Yeah, right, that's definitely like button on that rule. Jacob?
Okay.
For sure.
Baconsale-Approved. Don't like your own pictures on Instagram.
Indeed.
Tacky is the right word. It just looks silly.
All right, I'm going to throw another one out there. Sorry, Joel, I'm cutting you off there.
Go for it.
Thou shalt not double click when stalking.
What does that mean?
So you heart pictures on Instagram by double clicking them or hitting the heart.
Right.
So you like or favorite a picture.
Right.
Have you ever, being a single person, sometimes you stalk and you look through 3 years of pictures and you're just scrolling up. Sometimes your thumb
so you're hitting
a picture.
You're liking
twice.
old posts.
And so if you like a picture and it says 137 weeks ago, they're gonna know that they've been stalked.
Yeah.
And so you avoid that at all costs.
But that's more of like an accidental thing. People aren't going out there intentionally doing this.
It happens enough that it seems like it's intentional.
So you're saying just be careful.
Be careful.
I think I'll give this one a mute.
So is it the rule is to be careful?
The rule is not to ever double click pictures when you're scrolling through.
Oh, what if you want to?
Then you're a creeper. That should be a rule. Don't be a creeper.
That's not what makes you the creeper. What makes you the creeper is going back through 3 years of pictures.
No. Everyone does this. That's what Facebook is for. That's what Instagram is for.
If everyone does it, then are you a creeper?
So Facebook is hard to do that because you have to go through the whole timeline.
Right. No, you don't. You can just look at photos.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is Instagram is only photos, so it's super easy just to scroll down and see all the photos.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Can I throw one in here?
Yes, please.
And this is kind of, I don't know, not really related to that, but I feel, this is just me, that one of my don'ts is don't post the exact same thing on Facebook that you do on Instagram every single time.
Yeah.
Because I have this conflict where I'm checking Facebook, I scroll through, there's a nice picture of a cake, we'll say. And I'm like, hey, that's a pretty cool looking cake. And then I'll jump over to Instagram and I follow some of the same people And so then I'll see the cake on Instagram and I'm like, oh, do I have to like the same post again? Like, I don't know what to do here.
Or you have to choose your social media platform of choice.
Choose which one I'm going to like
Right.
it on. Because I'm not going to like both unless it's highly entertaining, which I have some friends that do that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I will say don't post the exact... And you could do it once or twice because it makes it easy. You could say, yeah, post this to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, one post to rule them all. But don't do it frequently.
I might have to say mute on this one because we do this. We put out our posts with blurb and the same image on every social media channel.
Not exactly.
And don't we want...
Twitter and Facebook are different from Instagram.
That's what I was just going to say. If we're talking about businesses or someone trying to promote
is
something,
personal pages.
then you
Okay,
have to do
personal.
that. If it's personal only, then
Well,
you're...
'cause as a business, you want consistency across all brands.
Honestly, when I see on Twitter, it says description of what the picture will be, and it has an Instagram mini link.
Oh, I hate that.
I will never like that. I'll never even click on the link. So I'm like, I'll just see this on Instagram later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you give it a mute button.
I would no. I mute because we do it for our business, but personal, yes, that is a like.
Okay, Jacob.
Yeah, same for me.
All right,
Exactly.
Baconsale-Approved. I'll go to one more as well, Jake. If I may.
Yeah.
Please.
Do use the collage or share multiple pictures on a single post feature, which kind of ties into don't fill up my feed with 10 different posts with one picture on each.
Yeah, because now you can just scroll over.
Instagram has made it very easy to put a collage or to even scroll to the side. People post like vacation pictures and there's like 20 pictures in a row of their vacation. I get so annoyed. I'm like, stop filling up my feed.
How often are you seeing that?
Not like enough where I'm bugged by it every time it happens.
Because I'm only spend the amount of time on Instagram that I have to understand like basically where it's at, where the updates are, and how it's working. But anything I've seen, it's always scrolled to the side.
Well, I honestly think that Instagram added that feature, I think like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Because people were just getting annoyed with having to scroll through 20 pictures.
Yeah.
But people still do it. I don't know if they don't know how to use the collage or the multiple pictures feature, but please use that.
Yeah,
it makes it so
seriously.
much easier.
I'll give you a like on that.
Thank you.
So again, I'll give a like as well.
Baconsale-Approved.
So we're going to read your comments because we asked for your help and your feedback on this show. So we have a comment from Oblar on Instagram.
Yeah, Aubrey
Larson.
Yep.
And she says, when people don't give any context for their post, like you're already supposed to know what they're talking about. For example, a photo of their family on an airplane with a generic caption like, "See you later," without explaining where they're going and what they are doing. And you see this quite a bit because maybe someone just wants to put up the image, get the likes really quick, and can't think of anything clever. And they're just like, "Love and Tuesdays." Because everyone loves Tuesdays.
I always like all
it's
those
a picture
posts.
of a frog and a cactus, and they're like, "Love and Tuesdays," and you're like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
So yeah, thank you for your feedback as well, everyone.
Aubrey, I will give that. I will give that a like button.
Are we going to prove everything because we want to stop this bad behavior?
Well, that is kind of what happens here.
Yeah.
Well, except for when Kate goes on to crazy rolls.
When you get crazy, when you're like, no peeing on the carpet or whatever, we're going to be like, you've gone too far, Kent. Okay,
I'm actually
this is
okay
fine.
with not peeing on the carpet.
Yeah, that should be like.
That's not what you didn't say that earlier.
That should be like.
I gave you a look, Jacob.
So I
should have stopped.
This isn't one of my hard and fast rules. I just maybe want your feedback on this, but don't unfollow anyone on Instagram if you ever plan to follow them again at some point.
Oh, because then they'll be notified.
Yes. And this goes maybe lesser slightly for Facebook, Twitter, maybe as well. But people do realize, maybe not when you leave, maybe not when you unfriend them, but when you try to come back, people are like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Weren't you already following me? Is this a spam account?
So if you actually unfriend someone or unfollow someone, you have to stay away. Like that's what I feel should be the rule.
Well, and mute is a relatively new feature to Instagram where you can mute accounts, which is really nice because then you can mute someone and not see them in your feed, but still remain friends.
Right.
Or followers, I guess. And
so Instagram's really interesting because unlike the other ones, I don't think it's about starting a conversation. I feel like Instagram is just there to for people to talk about their life. And then if you add a comment to a picture, you should be there to add humor or add insight. But it shouldn't be like, hey, you went to Hawaii too. Which islands did you go to?
oh, I went to Kauai and Oahu.
And then you just keep that going. Nobody wants to do that. They're going to heart your reply and say, "Hey, thanks for thanks for writing."
It isn't as easy to have a conversation on Instagram.
No.
I think it's by design.
That's not what it's for.
Yeah. I also want to read this comment from Josher. He had a comment on Instagram. He says, I hated, I think he meant hate again, posed Instagram accounts that try to pass off as scrapbook or their life. As a scrapbook of their life, especially when every picture is painfully posed.
Yeah.
So Josh is not a fan of the posers, and I actually kind of get that. Because sadly, there is a lot of fakeness on Instagram.
Yeah.
Where it's obvious it's been staged.
So you control everything.
It is, because you have control of filters and you have control of lighting and you have control of all this, and you can make the perfect picture.
So if you ever want to see what someone really looks like on any of these social media platforms, look at their tagged photos. And this is what...
It said posted photos versus tagged photos. I love that meme.
That's funny.
I feel like, and I was going to save this for Facebook, but I'll start here because it is just as relevant here. Thou shalt not tag anyone in a picture without their permission, because that does show up on their accounts.
But they can untag themselves?
They can, but it's like everyone sees it, and you're like, I didn't approve this. I look like I'm eating pizza, like I'm at a restaurant.
I'm just like holding my hair with my hand, looking to the side.
That was sadly on purpose, though. But it's like... The person who creates the picture is going to look great. You're going to look like the worst you've ever looked before. Like you
can
woke up.
tag yourself very easily.
Even on Instagram?
I think so.
No, I'd rather those didn't exist whatsoever.
I'm going to say mute on this one, because I think you tag the person, and then if they want to remove the tag, they can.
Okay, so you just auto tag everyone?
No, I'm saying I'm not going to auto tag everyone, but if I'm in the picture and they're in the picture,
what if someone just puts a picture up and says, here's the group shot of us at the party the other night, and you saw that and you tagged yourself in the photo? Don't you think it's consent, Joel? That's what this is about.
Yeah. Oh, way to bring consent into this.
It got real serious.
Yeah, that's a mute for me too. Is like, because there's families and different things, and there's got to be some sort of social status where it's like we're all on the same page.
But you never look good. Ever.
No. What if happens if you do look good?
Yeah.
When does that ever happen in the history of being tagged in a photo? Never. It's always a side profile where you got 3 chins. It's like, when everyone sees a picture of themselves, they're like, I look terrible. I need to go on a diet. That's how you really look when you're tagged in a photo.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole movement now, though, toward, at least I think it's trending toward raw photos, looking real, being genuine. It's authenticity.
Nobody needs a side profile.
No, but here's the thing is they say it's authentic and real, but it's like that hashtag no makeup, hashtag no filter, but it's like, both of those are not true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's just tacky people.
Yeah. I have one more I'd like to throw out here. One more.
Sure, go for it.
Don't post 5 pictures of your food in a row. One shot is sufficient, and only if it's really tasty or really beautiful.
How are people supposed to know if it's tasty? It's a picture.
Well, what I mean is people post pictures of delicious food.
You just mean they can't resist.
Yes.
Because they still
and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with seeing pictures of delicious food. But it's when people are like taking it from different angles and trying different filters that I'm like, this is a bit much. Like, let's just one shot of your food. Maybe.
Instagram 101, go back, learn it, because you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
I've got a bone to pick with Instagram. I feel like they created a terrible trend, and that is stories.
I hate stories.
I know.
I hate stories so much.
And now they're everywhere. I mean, Snapchat
Why
had its own version of stories, obviously. But
that's the whole point.
I don't see the point.
Just because they're following Snapchat? Is that like...
Okay, so here's the thing. So Snapchat comes around, and it's like you can post a video or a picture. It'll be up for 24 hours, then it's gone. Or as soon as someone views it, it's gone.
And people can easily ignore that.
Yeah. But then Instagram does it, and I have not seen...
Top of the screen.
Yeah, it's top of the screen. They got the little circles up there. And I have not seen a single story that couldn't have been done as a regular post.
Are you kidding? Because when I take a drink of my soda and I boomerang it back to me holding it, and then it comes back to my mouth.
So it's like a second loop?
Isn't that so clever?
No.
Or those fireworks that burst and then come back. And,
it's all boomerang. But really, I think the only people use stories is so they can put a caption across it. That's the only difference I've ever seen. And every time I watch a story, I'm like, that's nothing special. That's nothing important. What is this story about? Why couldn't you just do that in a regular post?
Right. Jake, do you like stories?
No. It's a forced extra feature that they didn't really need to have, but they wanted to compete with Snapchat. So it was like, well, let's throw this in here too.
And then Facebook got it too.
Yeah,
so
and then Facebook too.
And thankfully, people do it way less on Facebook. I remember for like a year, none of my friends made a story. And then finally one person did, and I'm like, shame on you. And I unfriended them.
You know what I'm worried about now? I'm worried about that it's here to stay. Because, Facebook's embraced it. It's just sticking around. It's like, hopefully there's not enough people using this that it's going to stay.
Yeah. It keeps reminding me on the Baconsale Instagram. It's like, hey, add your story. And I'm like, no, we don't have a story. Just read our posts.
Yeah.
We should do a story guide.
Plus, stories go away. If it's a picture you really want to keep, and that's what a lot of people have Instagram for, is their own photo album.
Yeah.
Then I hate them.
I don't understand stories. If you, please... give me one instance, listener. If you're listening right now, let me know one thing that people post in stories that they couldn't just post in a regular post.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I sound old, but I don't get it.
You know, there are some advantages, and they're just failing to come to me right now.
The only advantage I can think of is that it's at the top, meaning you don't have to scroll down. It's all there across the way. But even then, I'm not a big fan of stories.
Yeah.
I just love me some dank memes, and they're not good in story form. Yeah. All right, so I think we covered Instagram pretty well.
We
right?
did. Yes, we did. Should we jump to Twitter?
Let's go to the hive of scum and villainy.
Twitter, 326 million users.
2006.
There is a total of 1.3 billion accounts with 326 million monthly active users. 1.3 billion on there. 326 million are actually active.
Russian
so
bots.
A billion people are not.
Yes.
Well, I mean, how many of these are actual people, though?
No.
And that's monthly active users. So maybe people, post every other month. I don't know.
Yeah.
The average Twitter user has 707 followers. And yes,
that's really high.
That is really high.
It is really high. I actually had to check my account before I shared that stat because I didn't want to feel too bad.
Where are you at?
I'm above that.
Okay.
I'm above YouTube. But that's not the point.
Wow.
YouTube, the band is what he means.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
That is impressive.
They're pretty popular.
But 391 million accounts. Keep in mind, 326 million are active users. 391 million accounts have no followers at all.
Oh, okay. I believe it.
Yeah. There are 500 million tweets sent each day. So that's about 6,000 tweets every second. 45% of Americans use Twitter.
Can we all admit that?
Did you say 45%?
45% of Americans use Twitter. Oh, I didn't bring up that. 71% of Americans use Instagram.
45. That's higher than I expected.
Yeah. Most followed account. Any guesses?
Justin Bieber.
He's number 2.
Okay.
With 105 million.
Tay.
Nope. Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. Yeah.
Million.
Still?
Oh no. Yeah.
What is it? 2006?
That's I don't know.
Are they waiting for her to do something like embarrassing? I mean, I don't get
know.
it.
I should mention this too. So posting frequency. This is something I wanted to bring up a little bit. To me, and this is just me, because we're talking about Twitter now, but to talk about Instagram, I feel like Instagram posting frequency, once a day, twice at the most.
Yes.
That's Instagram. Whereas Twitter, I think with this one, you can do 4 to 6 tweets per day, not including like replies and stuff like that. That's plenty.
Sure.
Like that's plenty. Don't do more than that. Unless you're live tweeting something. And if you're going to live tweet something,
There's a lot of exceptions to this.
there is. But I just feel like some people don't quite, like some people don't want to post more than 1 tweet a day. And I'm like, you can do more than that. But some people do like 20 tweets a day and it just gets tiresome.
So, guys, does Twitter suck? Is it the worst?
I like Twitter for a number of reasons. Number one, breaking news.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect for breaking news.
You won't know exactly what's going on, but you'll know something's going on.
Like, for example, let's say it's rumored that a celebrity has died.
Yes.
What are you going to do? Go to Google and type in their name? No, that's not going to help you. You go straight to Twitter.
If you do go to Google and type in their name, tweets will come up.
Yeah, tweets is what you'll see.
But here's the thing. If you're going to jump to Twitter this is maybe a rule of mine. If you're going to jump to Twitter to see if something's happening, know that you're not getting the entire story first. You have to wait for the dust to settle.
Right.
Because people all the time will
always
jump
get
to
fragments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll get one fragment of a fact with a bunch of, what's the opposite of fact?
Fiction?
Infactual.
Opinions?
Unfactual.
Yes.
I can't think of it.
Lies?
Yeah, but you'll get
Yes.
a bunch of other stuff that isn't true. And then if you put that all together, it's like, this is fact. I'm going forward with this tweet. You may be tweeting misinformation out. So wait till the dust is settled before you form an opinion on breaking news. But know that Twitter's a great place to find breaking news.
The real trouble with Twitter is the villainy.
The wretched hive of scum and villainy. You're totally right.
Of which there is so much.
Would you say it's the land of the trolls, honestly?
Oh,
It
yes.
really is. It really is.
It's under the bridge. I mean,
would say
Twitter is
say
under the
Reddit?
bridge.
I think there's one that's worse.
Reddit might be worse.
YouTube comments.
Oh, gosh.
I think they're the same people.
I feel like YouTube comments
it
are...
is the same people.
Yeah.
I never
does feel like
ever
that.
read YouTube comments. I shouldn't say never ever because
Well, there's so much spam in there as well.
It's just terrible.
Yeah.
But then Twitter actually has some value mixed in with all the other crap.
I think
there.
the value of Twitter is finding a group of people that you'll never know in real life. They're just strangers, but you're like-minded, and so
Yeah.
you can follow them.
Yeah.
And I'll be blind to a certain perspective.
No, Twitter definitely has some strong advantages because, first of all, as someone, I think of myself as sort of a creative when it comes to writing, and there are comedians on Twitter that are funny.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this stuff is funny.
I do feel like though the Twitter comedy was a little better when they had only 140 characters.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you had to be creative. You had to choose your words carefully and sometimes get a creative way around that. Now you can just kind of get long-winded in your jokes again, which is fine.
I actually prefer the longer length overall.
I do feel a little more freedom with the extra characters.
Yeah.
Here's a major problem with Twitter, though. you cannot edit your messages once you write
horrible.
them.
It
You
really
must-
is annoying.
You must delete it if it's embarrassing enough, where if it's you or you are or whatnot.
I showed you and a whole table of people a tweet that I was planning to send out the other
Yeah.
day. You didn't see the typo in there until I posted it, and it was out there and then already liked.
Yes.
And I forgot a was. So it was like, I happy. And I'm like,
And you meant to say, I was happy.
no one made sure I said made sure I was happy, and it says made sure I happy.
So what you guys say is spell checking your own tweet, double checking your own tweet before. I mean, is that a like? Would that be a
Is there
mute?
an app for this that fixes that?
There's not.
There should be.
No, it doesn't even catch your misspelled words when you're doing it on the desktop.
They need like a Twitter add-on or something like that.
They need to add an edit feature.
If I'm on desktop, Grammarly will catch it. Actually, which is an add-on
desktop
on
will
Google.
catch it for me too.
Will it?
I think my phone will.
I never spell anything wrong, so I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah, not on a mobile though.
Yeah.
So
breaking news, conversations with people, and comedy. Right, good writing.
Great stuff.
This is all about conversations. I would say more than any other social
and local
media.
news too. Like I'm subscribed to all the local news channels so that I know when a snowstorm's coming, or
Yeah, that's
there's a
perfect for
school
that.
closure because of snow day.
Yeah,
Jacob.
that might have been handy to know.
But it's good to know. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of crud to get through, and that's why I wanted to bring up this, that do use the mute feature for certain words and certain people.
Thou shalt mute to protect friendships.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I guess we're going to both like button
Oh,
this.
that's a like all the way.
But there's a feature where you can mute people, meaning you don't have to see any of their tweets, but you can stay friends, stay following each other. You shouldn't say friends on Twitter. It's not friends,
Right.
it's followers. But also you can mute words. You can say, I don't want to see these words in my feed. So say, for example, that you're not a fan of Paula Abdul. I don't know why I chose that.
That's crazy.
I chose it so we wouldn't
That
be
is
political.
crazy.
But let's say you didn't want to hear any tweets about Paula Abdul. All you have to do is go in there and say, hey, anytime there's a tweet about Paula Abdul, don't put it in my feed.
Yeah.
And it goes away like magic. It's amazing.
It makes the world a better place.
It does.
Not without Paula Abdul. I take that back.
Yeah, well, not Paula Abdul. Paula Abdul is obviously a facetious example.
I mean, sure. Now tell me, are you really going to block Paula Abdul?
No.
But here's the thing. So Twitter does this thing, and Facebook has followed suit, where they don't have enough original content maybe in your news feed, that even if someone is a stalker and not a talker on Twitter, you will see what people like.
I don't like that.
And so I've had to mute people based on what they like.
All the time, because Twitter, if someone retweets something and it goes to my feed, fine. If someone
Yes.
writes something, it's fine. But if they're liking something as my feed,
'Cause-
I will click that little arrow and say, show me less, and then show fewer likes from blank.
By the
Doesn't matter
way,
who it is.
if people
Yeah.
like something and don't retweet it, it means they kind of liked it.
Yeah.
You know, that they're not on board and maybe they kind of shamefully liked something. And then it's proclaimed to the world thanks to Twitter.
Yeah. Or also it could mean just that I liked it, but I couldn't retweet it because it doesn't apply to me.
Or it has some bad words.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Although I try not to tweet those because I know those show up in other people's feeds.
Right. I muted you a long time ago.
I do worry, but I've noticed that you haven't been interacting with me at all. No,
Sorry.
I do worry about my kids going into my Twitter account and seeing the list of words that I've said mute, because I had to type in a lot of words that I didn't want to hear on my feed. And all variations of it where I'm like, oh, this one got through. Oh, because they added an ERY at the end of it. So I gotta
I would have paid solid money to see you type in those words.
so many flags are going off at
Oh
work.
my gosh.
Or
Yeah.
screenshot his list.
But I would say this: always have a profile picture attached to your Twitter, because
Jacob.
if you're just
I
like,
have one.
if you're the egg avatar,
In general.
Twitter.
Well,
you do have one on Twitter, like
Yeah.
a really old one. But
That's
always
the only one I use.
because you're considered to be like a troll, a
Or
bot,
spam
or
bot.
inactive. Yeah.
yeah, I would like button that. Get a picture
Yeah.
on there. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be you. It just has to be.
I'm glad we're only
something.
talking about Twitter right now and nothing else.
Yes.
Here's one of my don'ts. Don't tag people on threads they don't need to be on. So on Twitter, you can tag people.
Yes.
And then as the conversation
Don't
goes
listen to
on,
Joel. He
they'll-
needs to be tagged in
They'll
everything.
continue to be tagged in the entire
Can't say
thing.
Joel, thou shalt not extend conversation threads.
Extend conversations so hazy.
Wait, what do you mean?
Conversation threads, meaning
Define
keeping
this.
people
It's
in
the
a
extend.
conversation. Here's the real rule: if people are not responding to the conversation at a certain point,
Yes.
you cut them out.
If people are not interacting, meaning they're not replying, they're not liking, they're not doing anything on the conversation.
Listen.
and-
I don't know if that's fair, because I've seen a lot of conversations where I don't see the conversation until 2 hours later, but I want to read it when I'm there on Twitter. And if they cut me out,
but
then
you can, because all you have to do is go to your original comment.
more
You'll see all
work.
the after.
More work.
No.
This is the new reply all email.
Oh, it's so terrible.
That's what this is.
If they're not interacting at all, remove them from it, continue your conversation.
Right.
That's fine. But keep the conversation short, and I'm talking maybe 4 to 5 tweets. If it goes beyond that, let's start thinking about who we can thin the herd a bit.
And we are talking about personal accounts here, not like business or public accounts.
Exactly.
Don't tag Baconsale in every conversation you have, because I have to see that.
I have a rule I want to run by you guys, and
That's a like button.
That's a
from us.
like all the way.
Okay.
Well, except for Baconsale. I want to see people are talking about Baconsale, though.
Oh no, I have that.
reference
Every time it's mentioned, I see it. But
Yeah.
Thou shalt not slide into DMs.
No DMs at all?
No sliding into DMs.
that's an unfriend.
unfriend. You want to slide into someone's DM?
But you're saying don't direct message people at all?
Here's the thing. It's meant to be creepy, and that's the context here. And this is for businesses that you may follow or even personal accounts. When I follow them, all of a sudden I get a personal message, that's a spam message, for example. I do have
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, exactly. I do have some listener that I talk to and, through DM, and that's fine, but it's generally not often. And I rarely check my Twitter messages.
I know, because we have whole conversations and then we're like, can't have to go.
Oh my gosh. You do not.
Yep.
So you're just going to unfriend it.
Did you see the conversation we had today in the DMs?
No, I did not.
It was good.
Really?
Yes, it was a good conversation.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. This is news to me.
We love you, reverse listener.
Oh, that. Yeah. Hey, reverse listener. Love ya.
So I'm going to say unfriend on that one. I don't agree. You can DM people, but if they're not responding, maybe consider if you really want, because you can't direct message someone unless you're both following each other.
I am so much more keen
true.
on Facebook Messenger than I would be for the Twitter Messenger.
I don't want people Facebook messaging me at all.
Are you serious?
Unless it's like you guys or a close friend or my wife.
I typically have people message me that way.
No.
And because
that's the future of like calling and talking with
honestly,
people.
you can.
It's just going to be your name
There's
on
a
Messenger.
character limit on Twitter on the DM.
Is there?
I believe there is.
No, I don't think so.
know if there is.
That's my excuse why I don't write long messages. Cool. Bye.
Here's mine. Don't retweet every contest that comes your way. That's annoying. That annoys
That
me
is
annoying
annoying.
when it's like that's all they're using the account for is to retweet contests. That'll get you muted real quick. Like button?
Yeah, like button.
That's
for
a
sure.
like button.
Okay. Do come up with original tweets. Don't just be a retweeter.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of
Can you
accounts
be
out
a
there.
quote tweeter where you retweet something and add your comment to the top?
Sure.
Okay.
That's fine, as long as you're adding something to it. But there are some accounts that all they do is just retweet other people's tweets, and those almost feel spammy to me.
Yeah.
And so I want an original tweet every now and then.
I need to know if, Joel, you specifically follow everyone who follows you on Twitter.
No.
You don't?
No, I do not. My ratio's good.
Okay, because here's the thing on Twitter. If you do this and you have almost the exact same amount, you look like a bot. You look like you have followed people just to get followers
Let's say Kent, someone follows you.
Yes.
And you look and see that they have 12,000 followers and they're following 12,000 people.
Yes.
What does that say to you about the account?
It's a bot account. They did it. They paid money.
Or it's an SEO manager.
Or-
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They paid money to do mass follow, and they don't care about my content. They are muting me right after.
It's annoying.
So I do have a comment from a listener. It's Sean Sandquist. He says, when someone writes an opinionated post just to try to get those with differing opinions to comment so that they can argue with them, this is social media.
And I call that fishing for a fight.
Yes.
And I have done it, sadly. There's been times when I've just been mad about a certain subject. So I'll throw out a comment with the hashtag that's being associated with it. And this is
You have done this?
years ago. This is years ago.
He's gotten a few Twitter fights.
I've gotten
actually.
a few Twitter fights.
Well, I know you have, but I didn't know you were seeking them out.
I was fishing it out because I wanted to just fight with someone on Twitter.
Wow.
About
You had
a
one of
certain
those
subject.
days?
Yes, it was a subject that was really bothering me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is dumb.
Ancient history.
I'm gonna
weeks
like-
ago.
But here's
Wait,
the funny
did
thing.
you create the original post to start the fight?
No.
You just jumped in.
There was a
reply.
hashtag going around, and I jumped in. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Okay.
But here's the funny thing: almost every single Twitter fight I've had has ended in a pleasant departure or goodbye with one another.
What?
It's like we'll fight for a bit, and then it's like, okay, I see your point. All right, have a good night, you two. Like that's kind of how
You
it'll
do
end.
not internet well.
He hugs it out on the internet.
Yeah, no one does that.
That's weird stuff.
I want to be able
You
to
walk away
I want to be able to
storming
shake
or
hands.
blocking someone on Twitter. That's how it goes.
Well, these are strangers.
Yeah, exactly. If you have an opinion and it's very strong, you typically will get blocked.
It's true.
Because people don't, even though there's harassment everywhere, people don't want to see it. And so they'll just block to avoid the drama
But that's the problem.
or to get the last
The
laugh.
problem is that a lot of people want to live in the echo chamber where everyone says the same things they
Yes.
do and thinks the same way they do. And it's a terrible way to live because then you start feeling that's how everyone feels or thinks.
Yes.
And then when you get any sort of differing opinion, you're like, you're so weird. And it's like, oh, actually, the majority of the world thinks this way.
Yes.
And, I don't know.
Would you guys say that Twitter is worse than Facebook when it comes to politics and political opinion? You think
It's a
Facebook's
toss-up.
worst?
That's pretty close. Facebook's bad.
It just
They're both bad.
seems like certain political leanings are on Twitter, whereas other political leanings are on Facebook. And
Okay.
So I see both sides, but on different platforms.
I don't know. I think Twitter's so much worse.
Yeah?
Because any argument can be followed up by like 47 people, and any of those comments can be followed up by 47 other people.
Well, on Facebook, if you don't make your post public, you can't
Yes.
get that. So
Right.
Twitter is just out there for everyone,
yeah.
unless you're a private account, which is dumb. Don't be a private account.
Yeah, don't be a private account at all. I want to know about hashtags, though. Like, what's okay for hashtags? Because Twitter was originally known for making hashtags, like with things being trending, and you could find certain tweets based on a hashtag. I feel like it's kind of going away a little bit.
What? No, you're still hashtags.
They're still hashtags, but I feel like they should be in the body of a tweet, other than they used to just have them underneath. Like, ate a donut today, hashtag eating well, hashtag fit for life.
I was actually doing some research, and this was for Instagram, but apparently they have banned something like 130,000 hashtags because
What?
there's so many bots that are out there
just
that are.
Wait, so if you use them, you're banned?
Yeah.
Or you just can't?
No,
Well,
it's
type
called,
them in.
what's it called? A shadow ban?
Yeah.
Something so that basically Instagram will block that post, and so no one will see
From
it.
showing up in the feed.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
here's the funny thing. Whenever I post on Instagram,
If you do it enough, they'll suspend your account.
whenever I post on Baconsale on Instagram, and I use hashtags at the end because Instagram is very hashtag driven. You can put a bunch in there and have fun with it.
Well, you got to be careful too with all those banned ones.
Right. But here's the funny thing is that I'll put certain hashtags in there and we'll get a like almost immediately from a robot because we posted about Harry Potter or we posted about, hashtag Kent cares. That's
Yeah.
not going to catch on. But,
Aw.
yeah. But it's just funny to me that I do agree that I think Instagram has kind of taken over the hashtags.
Yeah.
Because people don't use them as much on Twitter. But in defense, it used to be a way to group together tweets, but now you can search for certain keywords.
Yeah,
and
just
they
by
don't
the
need-
word itself.
It doesn't need a hashtag. Here's another.
What about self-promotion?
In what form?
So, for example, we had Jeff at Rip Burt Convey. He said, if you have something to sell, create a business account. Don't use your personal account. I will give you one chance to invite me to follow the business account. Otherwise, I will mute you.
This seems more like a Facebook issue.
Yeah, it does
to
seem
me.
like a Facebook thing.
But I agree that this is one where people, and this happened on Instagram too. There was someone I was following, and they were posting about this business thing all the time.
Yeah.
And eventually, they created a separate account. And they're like, "Sorry, I'm going to do my business on this account." I was like, "Thank goodness."
Okay.
Because if I'm following you as a personal account, I don't want promotions.
And I guess we'll get there. Maybe Facebook is more for that,
maybe
like for self-promotion.
yeah.
Could be. Hey, I just pulled this up because I saw this article the other day. So here is some weird banned hashtags, of which I said over 100,000 of these things, right?
Right.
But say you're trying to sell furniture, hashtag desk. No, that's banned. Can't have hashtag desk.
What?
Man, that's our next show.
If you have a fashion
Hearing
shop,
desks.
fashion shop for curvy women, hashtag curvy. Nope, banned. Hashtag curvy girls, banned.
Well,
Hashtag she squats, hashtag fitness girls, hashtag swole, hashtag lean, hashtag push-ups. All of
Hashtag
those.
push-ups is out.
All of those are banned.
Okay, I'll stop doing them.
ironic. Yeah, I ban push-ups as well.
Anyway, the list goes on and on and on and on because so many bots, and they're trying to kill all these fake accounts.
crazy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I want to read this one from Ryan Farron, and it's going to require some interaction.
Okay.
Okay, just mostly with me.
Do we have to interact?
No, it's just me. But I hate it when people put clap emojis in between words to emphasize their point of view.
Oh, gosh, that's way less pleasant in real life.
That's
Yeah.
how I hear it in my head, though, when people do that. And Brian, I'm gonna give that one
Is it in all caps as well?
sometimes, but I'm gonna give this one a mute only because I feel like there are sometimes like this actually made me laugh when he did it, and
Yeah,
I've seen some jokes when it works
It is meme worthy, honestly.
because making fun of it is what makes it funny. But I do agree that that definitely could be overused.
Yeah.
So be careful out there.
Would you guys say Twitter is more negative than the
Yes.
other ones?
Definitely yes.
What? Well, I mean,
I think that Leanna said that. I think Joshua said that.
Yeah.
I think they said that it's just this negative, horrible place. Yeah, I do feel like, and this is something Joshua said that I really liked, where he said that he focuses on spreading some levity on platforms that can project nasty sides of society. And I think that's the perfect place for Twitter to do. In fact, it's one of the reasons I haven't left Twitter. Like I said, I am occasionally serious. I am more political on Twitter than I am on Facebook.
sure. Most people are, I would say.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I try to bring a little levity to this wretched hive of scum and villainy.
How do you do that on Twitter?
Just
Gifts?
jokes jokes and interactions and commenting on news
You
stories.
just put
and
claps
retweets.
in between all your words.
Yeah, exactly. But I just feel like that you need if everyone good goes away from Twitter, which they may drive everyone away.
Right.
This may happen that eventually people are like, okay, this
It's
is
nothing but trolls.
Yeah, then you'll get out. But I think we need the good people there having a fun time on Twitter. Otherwise, it's just going to be overrun by the trolls.
So I'm a stalker on Twitter. I rarely do original tweets there,
Right.
but I will cheerlead all the way. Like if there's a tweet I agree with, like let's say it's talking about Man of Steel or whatnot, I'm like because
I see
that
that.
is all the time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And so I do want to support people I like. I generally will not like things that I'm like, yeah, this new movie looks terrible because it's already so negative as it is.
But it does feel like no matter what you post, you could post a picture of a marshmallow and be like, hey, this marshmallow, it's tasty. And then you'll get like 1,000 people being like, you jerk, marshmallows are made with horse hooves. You're killing animals, blah, blah, blah. Like it gets very negative.
That marshmallow is
very
white.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
And it is out there for the public to see, which is something I want to bring up. And this is kind of a general social media rule, but I'm going to say it for Twitter specifically.
Okay.
You don't have to post every thought or every action that you do.
Don't you?
No, resist it. Because people all the time are like, they'll throw some horrible opinion out and then people get mad at them and they're like, what? I'm just sharing my opinion.
Are you talking about like actual politicians right now? I mean, is that where you're going with this?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not getting into politics.
Sure.
But I just feel like people throw out these things because they feel like they need to say it to the world. They get raked across the coals and then they're all mad. And I'm like, you didn't have to say it in the first place.
Yeah.
You don't have to post everything. If you have a thought that may be controversial, for example, maybe just share it with those around you in person and be like, I'm venting.
Honestly,
okay, I feel better now.
Honestly, I don't understand how the mind can even be like, you know what's a really good idea is to post my thought that obviously people are going to
This is gonna
disagree
tick
with.
people off.
Yeah, I'm going to type this out. I'm going to post it online. This is a good decision I'm making right now.
Yeah.
I think
how does it even happen?
Yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of comedians leave Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Just with the way it's going and the fact that people track these down, they take things out of context, or the comedy is actually just dying.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to make those jokes because someone's going to be offended.
Yes,
Every
absolutely.
single joke, someone's going to be offended.
Do you know what's just as bad as that though? Is the people. Of course, this is Facebook territory. I will wait.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll get there. So, are we done with Twitter?
I think we're done with Twitter. Thank goodness.
Yeah. I do like it, though. I do enjoy Twitter. I find a lot of joy with funny tweets there.
Here's the thing. I read my newsfeed on Twitter far more than I read on Facebook.
Yes. But let's not get to Facebook yet because we have a brief jump out, we'll call it, to other platforms.
Honorable mentions.
Other ones that maybe we don't
Yeah.
know about. Because, like, for example, Snapchat, it's stories. I don't get it. I don't understand why I want my jokes and why I would want my jokes and my references to be gone after 24 hours and to have nothing to show.
I have dated girls, to be honest, that use Snapchat randomly for conversation. I'm like, why are we texting through Snapchat? This is so stupid. I don't even remember what my previous text was because it erased in the conversation. And so I'm like, please, let's go to Messenger.
It was just a platform for safety for teenagers and young college students to be safe. Like, I mean, that's...
Wait, and by being safe, you mean dirty, right?
Well, I mean, originally, that's what it was used for. Is
Right.
that
You don't think that's what it's used for?
No, now it's been normalized. Like,
okay.
It's still used for that, but
Sure.
but at this point, it's been
there are
normalized so
people out
much.
there are people out there who are literally getting plastic surgery to make their faces look like Snapchat filters. Is that not insane to you
It's
guys?
insane.
Like I watched
For
this
real?
whole
How is that? What?
like they'll get their
Like-
eyes widened or their
Yes.
nose shrunk and like because they see themselves in a filter they're like, oh, I look really good, I want my face to look like that. They'll literally go into the doctor's office and show them a picture of themselves with a Snapchat filter on and say, I want to look like this.
Have you been stalking me?
Yes. And you look great.
Thank you.
But a little bit plastic.
And also, well, I've talked about this a few times on the show, but being single on dating apps, you see, because people take snapshots and put them on their profile, you see so many Snapchat filter pictures where they're a dog or they have big eyes. It makes you look good. Snapchat filters generally make you look better
That's the
than
whole
you
purpose of
are.
them.
And so it's fake.
It is, but I just don't get Snapchat. I haven't joined. I don't have an account. You do, don't you?
I
Ken?
do, but like I don't know why I haven't deleted it. It's garbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to bring this up because this made me laugh. Becca Garner said, as someone who works in social media, if you can't figure out the platform by yourself, you're too old to be on it.
Wow.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But true.
Yeah.
What's another one on here? Oh yeah, stop inviting me to be friends on LinkedIn. I don't use LinkedIn. I it's for colleagues and work related things, but people invite me as a friend and I'm like, why?
I don't know. LinkedIn is one of those where you can ask anyone to connect with you, and then it's fine, and people generally will, and you just look like you're popular because you have 500 to 5,000 connections.
It's the seventh highest social media platform with users.
It's because it's a job hunting site as well.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is handy for some things.
It's like a resume.
Some things. Hey, do you guys remember when we were forced to get Google Plus accounts?
Yeah.
At work.
Our work forced us to create Google Plus accounts so that then we could write about the things we're writing about for the company, and that it would show up better in Google reviews.
Yeah, it would boost the SEO.
It would.
Which is still a thing.
But it was so funny because we were all like, no one's going to use Google Plus. And then they still made us get it. And we're like, no one's still using Google Plus.
Right.
And in fact, Google Plus is going away here in a couple months, right?
Yes. Yeah. Totally going away.
Yeah. And then Kyler Williamson actually said, Twitch streamers, and I don't use Twitch, but I think this might appeal to some people. Twitch streamers who will interrupt their own content to do a dance or some stupid gimmick when they get a new subscriber or someone renews their subscription. It's so juvenile and irritating. I think he just wants people to game on Twitch.
Okay.
It's a gaming one.
I get that. Yeah. All right. We're ready to move on to Facebook?
Do you have any other?
I mean, Pinterest, but we
what else do we have?
I don't use
do you want
Pinterest.
to
Okay.
talk about Reddit? Are we going to talk about...
I do Reddit occasionally to see if something will go viral. Hasn't happened yet. And I occasionally get on Reddit.
I read Reddit for stories or like sometimes like offbeat news, but I never read comments.
Flickr.
The forums can be handy sometimes, but only
4chan.
for research for me.
Flickr, 4chan, MySpace, Periscope. That's gone.
Yeah.
Still, Periscope has 10 million users. Apparently.
No, yeah, Periscope's alive, but it's,
Limping.
Yeah, exactly.
Life support. All right. Let's go with the quote unquote big one.
Yeah.
This is Pinterest.
This is a platform
WhatsApp.
for olds.
Started in 2004. It's the Facebook.
But even Facebook, because even though people say Facebook's for old people, no one's on Facebook anymore. Not only does it have 2.2 or 2.3 billion users, also Facebook adds 500,000 new users every day. 6 new profiles every second.
How's that even possible?
How is that possible?
Is it because people delete their account and start back up?
I don't know. But here's the other fun fact.
Did you say 500,000 a day?
half a million
5,000.
new users a day. No, 500,000.
No way.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
There are an estimated 270 million fake Facebook profiles.
Okay.
So that kind of helps out.
Yeah, it does.
68% of all Americans are on Facebook. So to keep just the track here.
68?
68%. So
that's
Instagram.
low
Instagram was 71. Is that what I said on that one? Hold on, I'm back to it. Yeah, Instagram was 71% of Americans were on it.
Twitter was
45%.
Yeah.
And this is 68% of Americans are on Facebook.
Again, are you surprised by that? This is lower than I thought.
Yeah, me too.
The most liked non-Facebook owned page. Like Facebook has a lot of likes. Cristiano Ronaldo again.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
He gets on both of these.
What is with this guy?
Number 2 is Real Madrid.
Okay.
And then number 3 is Coca-Cola.
Okay, here's the thing. I have always been a Facebook loyalist, and everyone says it's getting old, it's for old people. I'm like, actually, no, because when I do plug myself a lot. I promote Showtime Showdown. We promote Bacon Cell, and it's generally like once a week for me. And this is where I get the most likes or hearts, and so I will always post on Facebook.
I think it's because we have a history here on this one. Like we've been using the one for longer, and so we have more followers who know us and like what we post.
Right, but I looked at my news feed yesterday, and in this order, this is what I saw. Someone shared a video, so like a funny video, then an ad, then someone shared an image, like a meme. Then there was a friend comment on someone else's post. So it wasn't even an original post. Someone just commented and Facebook showed me this comment.
Thanks, Facebook.
Then a Facebook Live, which was an original video. Then an ad. And then someone shared a memory from a couple years ago. Then someone got tagged in a photo, which we know how I feel about that. Someone actually shared a new photo. And then someone did a political link share.
Nude photo?
A new photo.
Oh, okay.
So there were three original posts in 10. And 3 of those were also ads.
But, Kent, if you don't get on enough, you need to customize your feed. Meaning you have to say, I don't want to see live videos from this. I don't want to see this.
How do you block that out? There are videos from everywhere. Facebook is now basically a video source.
Oh, there's tons of videos.
And not only that, but now they're playing ads in between their videos.
So annoying. No, seriously. And Steve Hansen brought this up. He said... ads from Facebook right in the middle of videos. Angry face.
Yeah, it just makes you leave.
Oh, it does. Like as soon as that says ads starting, and I'm like, okay, scrolling down. Don't care about this video anymore. I'll go find it on YouTube.
So I feel like when I see a personal post, or like if any of us make a personal post, like Joel, you made one the other day where it was an original personal post and it gets a lot of likes because people like that. It's a breath of fresh air. And so like if you get 60, 70 likes, you're like, oh yeah, because people are still on here. They're so hungry
for something
just
normal.
for like, who are you as a person? Not just like what meme did you share? What do you kind of find funny?
Yeah.
Spencer Larson said he doesn't like this. This is not a breath of fresh air. But even though this is an original post, he says, those Facebook status updates with the colored backgrounds need to not be a thing. I read them thinking they are inspirational quotes, only to find out that a neighbor had a bad experience at Costco.
Well, yeah.
He's dead on.
I don't use those because it almost feels like they do that. So
It's a billboard.
It'll visually stand out.
Yes.
It's not just another text post. But they annoy me because it's like, yeah, you're just writing the same thing you would have written on a regular post, but you want it to stand out more.
Yes.
What does that say about you?
Exactly. I think if you're going to do something like that, like add a picture, make it almost more like Instagram.
Yeah.
Add a picture of yourself and then add a longer description like that about your bad experience at Costco.
Right.
Where like the eggs were dropped all over the floor.
Yeah.
Or
If there's something,
yes.
if there's something interesting to say, don't just take a picture of the eggs, but if they fall on the floor, that's a post.
Yes.
So posting frequency recommendation for this one for me. Because I said Instagram once or twice a day, Twitter 4 to 6 times, sure. I think Facebook, we're back to once or twice a day. Don't overpost on Facebook.
Too much.
You think once or twice a day is too much?
I think it's too much. I think
It shouldn't even be daily.
there's too little happening in everyone's life to post to make it Facebook worthy.
Like weekly makes sense.
Weekly or
honestly.
twice a week.
Come
Yeah.
on.
No, here's the thing. It's the same kind of thing. If you have a photo album to share it all at once.
I used to post movie reviews until stupid Rotten Tomatoes.
See, and I think
broke.
that's great, but you didn't do that every day. You did that once a week, twice a week.
I watched a lot
and
of
so
movies.
people will not get tired of you because if you overpost, then people will probably unfollow you.
Well, you need to mix it up too. That's another commandment of mine not a commandment. You're doing commandments. I'm doing do's and don'ts. I say do mix it up. Like don't just post music videos or just post political posts or just post movie reviews even. Mix it up. Try different things.
I feel quite guilty about self-promotion sometimes because like there are times where if something funny happens in my life, I either podcast about it or I'll try to share a Facebook post because Facebook was my number one place to go to post things. And now, honestly, it's Instagram.
Really?
I will get just as many, if not more,
You're
likes
so
on
millennial.
Instagram. And so it's like the endorphins that come from likes on these social media pages. Instagram almost all the way because it's generally photo related. Twitter, I get almost no engagement. And that's okay. That's why I don't go there. Facebook used to be my number one, but here is
It's
something.
dopamine, by the way.
So here's a commandment. Thou shall not vague book.
Oh,
We've
button.
hinted at this.
Like button. Now, vague
Yep.
booking, if you don't know what that is, it's when someone will post, I'm so sad. Don't ask me about it, but I'm just having a terrible day. But don't ask me about
So
it.
Nicole D. Hale says, when someone says, I'm having the worst day ever, but I don't want to talk about it, just like you said.
Oh,
Ugh.
because they're just fishing.
Yes.
They want those endorphins or dopamine or whatever, methamphetamine, whatever you guys are saying out there.
Meth.
Yeah. Drugs.
But they're just throwing out there like I said, you don't have to post every thought and feeling. So they're posting that obviously because they want attention.
Yes.
And that's what drives people nuts.
But would you rather have the vague book where they're giving cryptic information or the overshare where it's
Which
like
is another problem.
health
Yeah.
issues, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Quiz answers. Like, what celebrity do I look like? Which Harry Potter character am I? Like, nobody cares. Would you rather be vague booked, or have someone talk about
Neither.
their feet blisters and show a
C.
picture?
Option C.
Have you ever seen feet on your Facebook feed and they're like gross bunions?
No.
I have.
Following.
I immediately unfriend people who do that. That's disgusting.
You're going to get that now.
I hope you do.
Have you guys been poked recently?
No. Well, by you.
Not by me,
Not
because
me.
so people are going to do this too once they hear this show. I've posted a picture of like who the heck pokes in 2018. I did this last year and I made that a post. I got so many pokes after that.
Yeah. Because that used to be a thing on Facebook is you poke someone to be
but
like.
it still
I
exists.
didn't realize it still existed.
Yeah, it's still around.
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to this.
I'll
Thou shalt
like-
not poke.
I'll like button that one too.
Yeah.
I'll like both of those. I'll like button no vague booking and no poking. Here's my other one I want to do. Do examine the page that's doing the quote unquote giveaway. If it only has 14 likes and it spells Disney with a Z, it's probably not a legit cruise giveaway.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts when people will be like, oh, Ellen said she'd be giving away all her 12 days stuff if I just share this post. No, that's not how it works. Oh, Disney will like it if I comment below and say, can't wait to cruise. Also not how it works. Check the page, people.
I want to know from you, listener,
Yep.
if you've ever won any, or if you know anyone who's ever won anything off of these contests on Facebook.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. They like sharing comment things.
That'd
Like
be
if someone's
interesting to hear.
doing anything, they probably do. But yeah, let us know if if you've won anything from a Facebook giveaway or if you know someone, because I'd be interested to find that out too. But seriously,
And big giveaways.
Just look at the page.
Thou shalt not spam anyone with a Facebook repost warning. And to give that a little more clarity, I'm going to go to our listener. Shannon West says, I hate seeing posts that start with, I bet no one will read this.
Oh.
Steve Henson also goes on. He says, Facebook game invites and attempts to bully people to like and share. You only love Jesus if you like and share.
Yeah.
Jonathan Vascar says the same. So annoying when a post says, you don't love Jesus, puppies, America, etc. if you don't share this. Enough already. And Matt's Mudrow concludes that and says, don't keep scrolling or keep scrolling for the devil. Like for this, he says, my eternal worth isn't determined whether I like a particular photo.
I hate those so much. And it always seems like it's maybe the elderly relative who's posting these. And it's like, I bet no one would dare to share this post of a fireman putting out a fire. Really?
Yeah.
People, it's not that they don't dare, they don't care.
Yeah, about firemen, I guess.
Jacob, how dare you?
This is what you said?
No, that's what you said.
No,
wow.
it's not.
Hashtag Jacob hates firemen. Make that happen on Twitter.
Wow.
No,
Rude.
Joel.
It's perfectly fine to post memes, but don't guilt people into trying to share it.
Yes.
And it drives me nuts. In the same vein as this one, I also hate the ones where it's like, hey, do this post, answer these 7 questions about your personal life, and then tag friends and make them do it. Chains and guilt don't belong on social media.
Yeah.
They were annoying in email form. They're annoying in social media form. All right, Ken, now you may move ahead.
Okay. Friend requests. We need to talk about this.
Okay.
How often do you get friend requests at this point? Because Facebook's
Every
been
day. I'm
around
so
for so
popular.
long. You're so popular. I have spoken to a lot of women that get friend requests by the day.
Ooh.
And I'm like, do you know these people? And they're like, no, but I think we had someone mutual in common. They just said they saw me here or there.
Do your research.
And here's the thing. Guys especially, will friend request based on Facebook stalking or seeing you tagged in a photo and just say, hey, just thought we could talk or something. So don't friend request for looks. Also, for people that are...
You're saying it's not a dating
Unless
site.
he's really handsome.
Yeah, it's not a
In which
dating
case,
site. In fact,
that's fine.
it's a serial killer at that point. Also, if you get these, don't be friends with anyone you don't know. I think Twitter, it's okay. Facebook, I don't think it's okay.
No, to me, Facebook is for relations that you know.
Yeah.
I think that the Twitter, it's whoever entertains you or amuses you. And then with Instagram, I know people that follow complete strangers on Instagram, but I don't do that. It's just weird to me.
Instagram, you can kind of it's flexible on that
because
one.
they have the influencers that you want to follow.
Yes.
Now, like my wife will watch these videos of people she's never met. And I'm always like, but you don't know them. That's so bizarre.
Right. Also, thou shalt not announce a friend list cleanup.
Yes, I have that right here, actually.
Thank you.
It says, don't announce friend list cleanups or rage quitting Facebook.
Okay. Yes. So much yes.
It's just like people, I don't know why they need to do that.
No, here's the thing. You get pre-clean messages that say, hey, I'm about to clean this out. I hope you make the cut. And then you also get post wrap-up. Hey, if you're still here, we're still Facebook friends, so count yourself lucky.
Yeah. To be honest, and I say this knowing it sounds so harsh, probably no one's going to notice you're gone if you're gone
It's
forever,
true.
They may. But if you're gone, like, I'm going to quit Facebook for a month because I'm so mad, people aren't going to notice if you're gone for a month.
Right.
I wanted to backtrack just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I did this survey for a school where I'm working last summer at the business college, and I found out that from the students there, 42%, I looked this up as soon as you mentioned it, 42% stated that they will accept Facebook friend requests from strangers.
No. Did their parents not teach them?
Yeah.
Because
College students,
Facebook
42%.
is quite private now. Like you
It's
can set
nuts.
things to private, and they may be able to see your current profile picture and maybe your cover photo. But it's getting more and more secure, even though Facebook has all of your information.
Yes, it does.
But don't accept these weirdos.
No, you don't need to.
Yeah.
People feel obligated to accept someone. They're like, oh, I guess we have 7 friends in common, so maybe I know them. And I'm like, no,
Yep.
you don't have to be friends with them.
And I mean, the three of us are in a different sphere because like we may have a listener that wants to friend request us.
Yes.
And at that point, like, I think we kind of know a lot of our engaged listeners anyways.
Yeah. And if I look and I see, okay, they're friends with Kent and Chunga and all that, and it's like, okay, then yeah, they're a fan. Sure.
Exactly.
But yeah. So
But generally, yeah.
generally
Okay,
don't,
be careful.
strangers,
It's
no.
weird.
I want to put this one out there too. And this is kind of, it's in the same vein as my other one. It's just an annoyance, but do fact check, please. A simple Google search can keep you from looking like a complete idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Like when people post something like, can you believe what Morgan Freeman said? Or, hey, can you believe that this thing cures, Alzheimer's? And they throw it out there. And I'm like, just a Google search, just a simple Google search. The first thing up there, like I had someone, I'm not going to mention names or even subject matter.
Okay.
They posted,
It's me.
they posted a fact up there. Boom. And I went, that doesn't look right to me. And I did a Google search. The very one on the top says, hey, this has been going around Facebook. It's a complete lie. And it was some politically charged thing.
Of course.
And so I was going to comment, but then I went, this person doesn't really know or care about facts. They don't want to know that what they're saying is wrong. They just want to kind of fan the flames. And so I didn't. But I feel like people just need to fact check just a little bit. You don't have to automatically repost. Little fact checking goes a long way.
I think if you're about to post on any of these, Twitter is, it's much quicker. You can tweet at any point, but always just put a clip in it and say, okay, should I double check this? Or should I think about the actual comment I'm about to make on this picture?
Yes.
Let's
double check this before we post it.
What about happy birthdays? One thing I'm grateful for with Facebook, granted, I wouldn't know or care anyways, but it tells me everyone's birthday.
I do like that.
Is it enough to say, happy birthday, Joel?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
That's not like as bland as can be?
No, I appreciate creativity. Like so this is just me, but every single person that writes on my board on my birthday, I will reply to.
Yes, me too.
And depending on the level of creativity they give me is the level of creativity I give back.
Okay,
so if they
that's
say,
fair.
Happy
Totally
birthday,
fair.
Joel. I'm like, thanks, Kent. But if it's like Jacob says, hey, happy birthday. Here's this video of Kate Beckinsale wishing you a happy birthday. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jacob. Yes, we will do your show idea next.
Jake is a better friend, clearly. You know who won't wish you a happy birthday?
Who?
Terry Finley. She said it's like she hates being told what to do.
No, she said she would.
She says, I refuse to tell someone happy birthday just because Facebook told me it's
Facebook
their birthday.
tells them. Yeah. But
yes.
I said, but you tell us, right? And she's like, yeah, if you're a personal friend, you're in my calendar.
Yeah.
So thanks, Terry.
That's fun.
Kent's birthday's May 25th.
What can we do to fix Facebook? Because I feel like they have all the tools for a social media platform that it could still be great. You can edit everything.
Well, we were talking about this before.
Yeah.
Is that so all these the other platforms seem to be missing something.
Right.
Like Instagram, you can't add links in your post.
Yeah, the
There has to
weirdest
be
thing.
link in the bio.
Yes.
Twitter, you don't have an edit button. Facebook still has almost everything you need, and yet people are leaving it in droves because it's broken somehow. Yet it has everything. Like doing events on Facebook is super easy.
Yeah.
Conversations with people, also very easy. So why? Why are people leaving?
Yeah, and what could be done? I mean, I guess if we knew this, we'd be billionaires.
I mean, things just fall in and out of vogue just naturally. I think there's an organic nature to what trends and then trends out.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think Facebook is going to catch up, though, or are they going to get lost in the shuffle?
They've been taking a lot of hits recently.
They have taken
As
a
they
lot
should.
of hits,
Public hits.
But you know what? I think they're just going to keep taking those hits, and they're just going to stay right there in the middle. Right there in the middle of the road. They're not going to be super loved, and they're not going to be super hated to the point that, by mainstream at least, they're just going to stick around.
I don't scroll through my newsfeed as much anymore. The two reasons I use Facebook are to see what my notifications were for that day. I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what that is. Oh, okay, I got tagged in a picture. Great.
Yeah.
And secondly,
You're welcome.
Facebook Messenger.
I'm going to activate my Facebook account just to tag you.
I know
for
you are.
pictures.
Facebook Messenger is the reason Facebook is still as profitable as ever.
You think so?
I feel like this is the new way to chat. Often, sometimes better
Just
than
talking in
texting.
GIFs. That's all it is.
Yeah,
back
it's
and forth.
GIFs the entire time.
And technically, Messenger is its own social media platform.
Yeah,
It's not
technically.
even.
Well, a couple of these actually in the top ones that I listed are just plugins for another app.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like what I think WhatsApp is that, isn't it?
No, I think it's its own.
That's a business one. I can't remember.
But
Oh,
I would be just fine deleting the Facebook app off my phone because I have the Facebook Messenger app.
see, and I don't. I enjoy Facebook. I enjoy Twitter. I enjoy Facebook. I enjoy Instagram.
Do you really
And
see enough, though, that
and I
really
will
kind of
scroll.
keeps your interest on
Well, because
Facebook?
I'm unfollowing and hiding stuff that I don't want to see, and
Okay.
customizing my timeline has made it so much more enjoyable.
Like my high school reunion's coming up. I guess I can stay on Facebook to hear news about that.
it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
It's fun to read. One more rule, a couple more rules. I
Joel's
wanna do.
sincere.
Yeah.
You're not.
He's like, yeah.
I do like it. Don't do mass invites to everyone on your friend list for games or for events or for your page. That's lazy. Be selective. Only invite those who might be interested.
Yeah.
Because I have people
That's a good rule.
that will invite me to a page, and I'm like, I am not a 40-plus-year-old mom living in Argentina. Why would you send me an invite to be on this page.
It's a very specific audience.
Yeah, it was just random examples. I'm trying to keep far away from real examples.
In another life, Joel, you were.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I have people, and they'll continually invite me to the page, and I'm like, get the hint.
Yeah.
I'm not joining, because they're just getting everyone on the page.
But don't you feel a little like twinge of just regret or guilt if you don't like their business page?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But I try to push that aside with cake.
Oh, cake fixes everything.
Do get your own account.
Thank you.
What do you mean?
So much.
Don't do shared accounts. People do this, and a lot of times married couples will do it, where it's like, Jim and Pam. Mm-hmm. And then you get a notification of like, hey, it's Jim and Pam's birthday. And I'm like, is it Jim's birthday or is it Pam's birthday?
No idea.
If I message them, am I going to be talking with my buddy Jim or inappropriately conversing privately with his wife Pam?
Very strange.
I don't like shared accounts.
Of course, you're pushing on the exact reason why people do that is that people have cited social media, especially Facebook, in like who knows how many divorce proceedings.
Yeah. A lot, but isn't it strange that they don't really trust? And I'm just going to call it out. Their husbands on this one. They're like, the husbands are generally not the ones using the page.
I know. It's probably Pam doing it. It's not Jim.
It's definitely Pam.
Yeah.
And so there needs to be some individuality. And I'm saying, yes, social media addiction is real and people do terrible things with it. But also the lack of trust. And it's just cheesy as all get out. I don't even talk to those kind of people or say happy birthday to Jim and Pam. I can't. It's strange.
It's a little weird. I just think you need to get your own account. And then if you have trust issues, if there are issues of trust,
that should be fixed outside of social media.
Well, no,
and please don't vague book or overshare.
I'm saying share passwords offline.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yes.
I mean, you should share passwords, not have the same account. Passwords.
Mother.
It gets confusing.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's basically all my other ones. I have like little ones like do try to see the other side of an issue. Do post something positive every once in a while, because you have those people that only post the negative stuff where it's like, I got in a car accident. The insurance won't pay for the car accident. I just murdered the insurance agent. I'm going to jail.
What?
Like this is all like it just seems like there's certain people where they're all like, woe is me every time they post, and I'm like, you know what? Say something positive.
Honestly,
once in a while.
I think find a balance, because you can go so far in a positive that it's showing off
Very true.
how great your life is, and it's unrealistic.
It's fake.
I think if you go to Hawaii, for example, or Disneyland, you share a funny video. You share a clever picture, a great memory, for example.
Yeah,
you don't just say like, my family's perfect and here we are.
That was my post of my anniversary, Kent. So thank you for calling me out.
You guys,
on the podcast.
You guys are perfect, though. So
No, we're far from it.
Yeah.
But and I do appreciate a little creativity in posts too.
Exactly.
Sometimes people will just post a picture and it's like, here's a picture of a sunset, and they won't say anything about it. And I'm like, that's a sunset.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why aren't you there?
Or a picture, even, and this sounds terrible, I know, but just a picture of their kid. No caption, just a picture of their kid. And I'm like, make up a funny little caption or say something cute, like something to give this a little personality.
Basically,
Otherwise,
Joel thinks looking at kids is the worst.
I love looking at my kids.
Oh, you're about to go into me territory.
I hurried back that up real
Yeah.
quick. But I just feel like it gets lost in the white noise unless it had some personality to it.
And also, you're just sending everything to Mark Zuckerberg and letting him use everything. So if you put your kids out there,
You're basically sending them to Mark Zuckerberg.
yeah.
It's weird too, because I know people that will not ever mention their children's names, and
Yeah.
I'm very selective,
Which is
about when I
fine,
do it.
honestly.
Well, it's funny because like I'll sit there and post, "Hey, here's my 17th child,"
Yes.
and I'm very happy to have them here. And then my mom will immediately get in the comments like, "We're so grateful that Bart Hilton was born on this day at this time, and his social security number is this number." I love my mom very much, but I'm like, "Mom, I was trying to be a little bit private about it because."
Yeah.
Yes, they can find my information very easily, but I'm not going to put it on a silver platter for them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's just me.
exactly.
Yeah. Except for Mark. Mark can have it.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
He has
not,
it already.
Not Bart, my kid.
Not
Yeah.
Bart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bart does actually have now has a Facebook account.
He does.
Yeah.
And an
Yes.
Instagram account where it's
Yes.
just animals.
He does.
Aw, it's adorable. Also, we didn't talk about animals Instagram. That's a whole nother show.
No, it's a whole other show.
We're just realizing like we're long on time and there's plenty to talk about.
There's so much.
One comment I wanted to read from a listener, a couple comments. Chad Illim said, people talking about their MLM and trying to sell people stuff. That is
Yeah.
very annoying when they're like, hey, let me throw this your way. Ground floor. Come over here. It's like, yeah, this is not the place for that.
It's another
Yeah.
perfect example of why I'm not personally on Facebook all the
Yeah,
time.
because you're in an MLM.
No.
he would try to sell everyone.
And then Drew Cutler, and this is an interesting one, I thought. He said, people asking me to donate some charity for their birthday. I wasn't even going to write happy birthday on your timeline. Why do you think I'm going to send $5 to what I'm sure is a very worthy cause?
He's spot on with that one.
I totally get it.
In fact, when people have a humanitarian cause, I don't even wish them happy birthday because I feel too guilty.
Like I'm not going to give them the money.
Like if I just say happy birthday and don't donate, you're going to judge me. So
I get the concept. But it's this new thing that I'm not quite comfortable with yet. When they're like, "Hey, it's my birthday. Spend money not on me, on something else," and I'm like, I just wanted to type something and send you a funny picture. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I agree with that one. So there's my. I was going to say I ran the gamut of what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, me too.
All right, then. Even though this is late in the game, let me quickly tell you guys. You guys already know that I teach some digital marketing classes, and I asked them for some social media opinions. Now these are mostly younger college students. You might call them Gen Zers, Joel. Some of them.
You would call them that.
I would, yeah. And so here's some quick facts from these guys. First of all, most popular social media platform.
Instagram.
Totally. Instagram.
Yeah.
60% Instagram.
The gram, as they call it.
Yeah.
The gram.
The gram.
The gram. I'm so going to do that. But yeah, thank you, students, if any of you are listening. And you too, Hannah. Which platform would you erase from existence if you could? What do you guys think?
Twitter.
It's got to be Twitter.
It is Twitter.
Yeah.
Although Reddit is pretty close behind.
Okay.
And Facebook's not too far behind that.
Wow.
But then it's just this slow. Yeah, there's no giant winner in that. I asked them to tier all the different ones. I don't know how interesting that is. Facebook got a tier 2, Instagram got a tier 1, Twitter got tier 3. The other ones kind of just broke even.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But some of the cool, some of the really strong running themes that I found interesting were, and you guys talked about this a little bit. Mm-hmm. But first of all, the fakeness. Like that's, I think they're really done with that. They're like, okay.
Like presenting what you're actually not.
Exactly,
yeah, okay.
exactly. Yeah. And that's just relentless, especially on Instagram, which we already know was their favorite platform.
And I feel it's like CGI. When you're watching a movie and something CGI happens, your brain automatically goes, that's not real.
Yeah.
And I feel it's the same with social media, that people will pick up on stuff real quick and be like, I'm not buying that your life's that perfect.
Yeah.
Or your kitchen's that clean.
So my sister's got a 12-year-old boy, and she says, hey, he really wants to get on Instagram. What are your thoughts? And so I sent her 3 articles about some of the impacts of seeing Instagram, basically having a huge exposure to Instagram from a really young age. And then that totally warps your perception of the world.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like how things are and how people are and how things look. And it's just the crap ain't real, guys.
Yeah. Well,
but when you're that young, you can't discern that sort of thing.
Remember how I talked about people getting plastic surgery look like Snapchat filters?
Yeah.
There were studies, and there were females as young as 13 years old doing this.
Getting
That's
surgery?
crazy.
Getting surgery.
Well, how's that possible?
Because
at that point?
they called it Instagram dysmorphia.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sad.
It's really sad. It's really sad. So that was the first big one, is basically just that negative impact. And the next, and I am so behind this one because I, for the life of me, cannot understand psychologically why a person will overshare, especially on Facebook, primarily on Facebook, where they will have a 4, 5, 6 paragraph thing talking about very personal problems at great length and how they were resolved, and
save it for a podcast.
And
that's what I do.
And it's like, really, all of this stuff, and the next day there it is again. So that was one of the ones for them, and I'm totally on board with that. Oh, and finally, the last thing is that I think that the younger generation, I mean, maybe this is just me projecting what I think is happening, but I think they're becoming more and more aware of sort of the benefits, some of the social benefits, but also the inverse side of that, which is the addictive properties.
Yes.
And so
which it definitely has.
It really, really has.
You want that dopamine hit.
And so, I mean, like I referenced this study I did last summer, and I found out that there was lots of students, of course, this included YouTube because it is technically a social media platform.
Yeah.
But
which I probably spend most of my time social media wise on YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but when I had people like calculating total times a day, like when you put all the social media platforms together, there was people spending 10 or 12 hours a day on social media.
Wow.
And that was common, actually.
Yeah, that's how much you spent on Odyssey.
Not
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Not quite. Yeah, I'm almost there. Anyway, so that's my shout out from that. I mean, I had about 60 people respond to a survey. Got some really kind of fun things back from that.
Well, I mean, hopefully this was helpful to if you are guilty of any of these, it's not too late to change your life and your posting habits.
Listen to us. Or if you have any feedback on like what you think could be fixed about any of these social media platforms,
We want
let
to
us
hear
know.
about it.
There is so much to say.
Also, if you know anyone who's violated any of these rules that we've officially made
Call 'em out.
Baconsale-Approved, share this episode with them.
Yes.
And just say, hey, this is a fun podcast. I think you should listen to this. And then they'll listen to it and understand. You're understanding right now. If someone shared this episode with you,
And if you're listening to
realizing
Joel.
it right now.
You're welcome.
This is why it was shared with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter, the cesspool. Or you can find me performing with Quick Wits in real life. They perform every Saturday night at the Midvale Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quick Wits Facebook page.
If you want to find me on Twitter or Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD, and I probably won't follow you back. If you want to read my movie reviews, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
I should mention that Quick Wits is also on Instagram and I think Twitter
Yes.
too. So, yeah.
And as you've learned from this show, I have successfully avoided interweaving my personal life with Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and Pinterest and
Friendster.
Reddit. And no, I'm on Friendster.
Okay.
It's the way of the English.
But I do have a Twitter account at Jacob A. Rogers where I can interact and talk and respond. And
And he has a picture on that one.
I do have a picture.
One picture.
It's me missing on a milk carton. Also, make sure you go check us out, patreon.com/baconsale. We're hoping next week to announce those changes that we said are coming. And go support us by buying our merchandise, tpublic.com/baconsale. Hashtag, this is the end of Bacon Sale. Hashtag cool show. Hashtag it's over. Hashtag peace out.
You did the elephant noise.
Yeah.
It's tier 2. Instagram's tier 1. Twitter's tier 2. Snapchat tier 2. Pinterest tier 2. Annoying behaviors.
Why can't we do that on the show?
I don't know. Stage fright.
Asking for money and help studying abroad. Oversharing
Sorry,
personal
Jake.
stories.
That felt good, guys. Give it a shot.
Not until it's Valentine's Day.
What? What? No yachting till Valentine's Day? I'll buy her popcorn.
No.
What?
You'll find
Don't
something.
take my mom on a date.
Junior mints.
Please?
No.
Mike, check. Ha, ha.
I am the anti-man rebel rock shaka. What?
The world was clipping its toenails in the office until they heard our voices.
Yes. You have issues, man. No one should walk in the door or pull open the door using their left hand. It should only be right hand when they open the door. Instagram's where it's at. Insta. They call it Insta.
Not IG. I call it IG.
You call IG?
That's Insta.
It's Insta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the gram?
Speaking of
No.
Insta.
How do they cram all that gram?
The gram? You been on the gram?
My life is better having known that. But Joel, what if they like have a nice smolder and they're in different locations?
Oh, what if you want to?
Then you're a creeper. Love and Tuesdays.
No peeing on the carpet or whatever. We're going to be like, you've gone too far, Kent. Okay?
I'm
Yeah,
actually
this is
okay
fine.
with not peeing on the
Yeah, that should be lies.
That's not what you didn't say that earlier.
Don't
Yeah.
you think it's consent, Joel? That's what this is about.
What if happens if you do look good?
Yeah.
When has that ever happened in the history of being tagged in a photo? Never. It's always a side profile where you got 3 chins. I just love me some dank memes.
It's amazing.
It makes the world a better place.
It does.
Not without Paula Abdul. I take that back. I muted you a long time ago.
All of
Hashtag
those.
push-ups is out?
All of those are banned.
Okay, I'll stop doing them.
Ironic, yeah, I banned push-ups as well.
That's
Yeah.
how I hear it in my head, though.
Have you been stalking me?
Yes. And you look great.
Thank you.
Have you guys been poked recently?
No, well, by you. I'm going to quit Facebook for a month because I'm so mad. But I tried to push that aside with cake. Am I going to be talking with my buddy Jim or inappropriately conversing privately with his wife Pam? Ugh, I got in a car accident. Ugh, the insurance won't pay for the car accident. Ugh, I just murdered the insurance agent. Ugh, I'm going to jail. We're so grateful that Bart Hilton was born on this day at this time and his social security number is this number. Chocolate rain.
I don't need to see your kids or even ask for permission to see your kids. That sounds so weird.